Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Today we have another dirty house wash. These are my favorite to wash because, man, you see all that algae and mold growth. We're gonna be cleaning up all of these soffits. We have a couple balconies, just this one and then another one, but yeah, man, we're gonna clean up all of this up here. This is a dirty house. All the windows are gonna get cleaned up. We're not going to, do water fit and pull or anything, but just a good soft wash. So let's take a tour of this house. Here is the other balcony. Got a good little algae on this little deck right here. This house is heavily oxidized, so man, but it's gonna get painted on Monday. So I'm here on Friday getting it all washed up for them before they paint it. So, and then right up here on this, above this roof, we have a little bit of a little top area that we're gonna have to spray. I'm gonna get my ladder and put it up right here, climb it, get on the roof if I need to, but I don't really like getting on metal roofs, so we'll just have to see. We can find out. So yeah, let's check out the bottom. All right, so check this out. Look at all of this around the door frame, on the stucco. Check out that stucco. That stucco will turn out great. Got the truck right here. Got all these cobwebs right here. And then check out right here. Boom. Look at all of that. All of that algae growth. We're gonna get all of that cleaned up for them. I'm not too sure where I'm gonna park at yet. I think I might park either like on the road right here, or we'll see. I'm not too sure. But yeah, you see all this algae on the stucco. That'll all come out really nice. Some more dirty stucco there. And then this whole side right here is stucco. That is actually pretty dirty, but as y'all have seen on my downstream stucco video, this stucco should get cleaned up pretty well with just a downstream mix. Boom, right there. Yeah, it should come out great. You can tell this whole stucco is just filthy. And then up there, of course, up on the soffit. So I think I'm gonna park right over there, pull my hose all the way through here. There's a little gate. I'll pull my hoses all the way out over here. Oh shit, holy shit. Look at that snake right there. Oh my god. That was a big snake, man. I don't know about pulling the hoses over here anymore, man. I think I am changing my plans. I think I'll be pulling my hoses this way now. Jeez. Luckily it wasn't a rattlesnake, but still, man. Alright, so I'm changing my plan completely. I'm gonna be probably just parking right there, wrapping the hose all the way around that way so that I do not go on that left side. I'm putting on my boots right now. Alright, we got the pool essentials again today because our pressure washing store is still out of 12.5 bulk SH. So I've been just having to buy this for like $5.79 a gallon or so. It's whatever, it still gets it clean. So I'm gonna fill up my tank with this and then we'll get started. Alright, giving everything a good heavy pre-rinse before I hit with chemical. This will turn out great. Quick pre-rinse and apply chemical to our inside. And if y'all have any questions on how my downstream injector works, on my system, let me know. So it's pretty much just like the J-Rod. High pressure pulls water, low pressure pulls chemical. If you need any help making your own, I have links in the description down below of all my equipment actually. So if y'all see anything that you like that I own, check my description. I most likely have it listed in there on Amazon. All right, we're pulling chemical now. I just swapped to my injector. I'm going to try to do this in a way that won't get me soaking wet with bleach. Let's see if I can do this right. Yeah, so I didn't have to go to the truck at all. I just switched my tip and now I'm pulling chemical. Look at all that. We're gonna put this up nicely. Get all the furniture too. I always try to get the furniture if I can. Alright, man, I really should be wearing a respirator for this, but this is what it looks like just after a few minute dwell time. Applied this whole area. It's strong up here because there's like no ventilation, so. Alright, yeah, that turned out great. They're gonna paint it this Monday, so all that paint fading is just gonna get, you know, painted up on Monday, but all that algae came out great. Yeah. I'm gonna give it a heavy rinse and then move my way down. Alright, we're gonna clean up this garage. Look how dirty that is. All that mold and algae. Look at all those cobwebs. Giving it a good pre-rinse those windows. Oh my goodness. We're gonna apply some S8. That's looking perfect. And I don't know about y'all, but every house that I do, I just get soaked with bleach and water. This is what it is. So we're up here, we're gonna take care of all of these soffits. All of this, man, this is gonna turn out great. So stay tuned, let's check it out. We're gonna get all this whole hidden area cleaned up. It's that little extra details that we're gonna do for them that they'll notice. Alright, so just applied some SH, about to rinse, it's flushing the line. And this deck is already turning out great. Got all that green off. So I'm just gonna rinse it off and move on down. Look at it in there, that looks great. That's a little spot that some people might miss. So if you guys see like a area that's a little bit hard to reach, and you're thinking, oh, they probably won't see it, make sure you hit it, because this is something that not a lot of people will make sure to hit. Check out that black mold algae right here on the stucco. We're going to see if the downstream injector can clean it, and I almost guarantee you that it can. So let's try it out. Let's see if we can also downstream all of this dirty stucco right here. A lot of it's paint coming off, but a lot of it also is algae and mold. Alright, applying a coat of SH on here, so let's see if we can get it off. I guarantee you we can. Alright, now let's clean up this little garage area. This will just melt right off as well. On the wood. Look at that, it's already coming off. That's awesome. Come on, man, look at that. Look how good that looks. Guys, if y'all are thinking that downstreaming can't clean stucco, y'all really need to try it for yourself, because it definitely can. That looks amazing. Let's give it a good rinse. Start from the top, of course. And we'll keep on moving along, but man, that looks great. We're giving everything a final rinse now, and once again, this downstream injector made this stucco look amazing. Remember how dirty all this stucco was? Just giving it a good rinse. Fresh rinse. Fresh rinse. All right, we are about 2 hours in. We're taking a quick break. We have the entire back done, the sides, and we just have this front area and then the left side left. So this is how everything's looking so far. This is just kind of like paint fading away, so that's not really going to come off. That's a rust stain right there. I'm not sure if y'all can see it, but it's not organic. Let's go take a look over here. Look at that. I'm going to take a quick photo. Because, man, people say all the time that stucco can't be cleaned with a downstream injector. I just got to make sure I don't run into that snake again. That snake crawled right into that bush, so I'm going to be careful whenever I go over there. Yeah, we just have this whole side, and I need to get up there to hit to that very tippity top. If you can tell, it's right up there. I'm gonna have to probably stand back here and shoot, maybe on a ladder. But we don't have much left. Should be able to just spray it all in one go and then let it dwell and give it a good rinse, and then that should be it. Let me know what you guys think I charged for this one. I'll let you know at the end. But I got this job from one of my property managers. Once again, that's where I get a lot of my jobs from, and I've been really just lucky and blessed to have found these connections that send me work, and it really helps out. So if you guys are wondering how y'all can get jobs, do your best to find some type of property manager in your city to where they're giving you jobs, they like your work, they choose you every time. That's going to help you really be consistent with your income and not have to chase every dollar. And it's a great feeling whenever you can stop having to chase the money or chase the jobs and they come to you. So property managers are great. Get your Google listing updated and get reviews. You know, start treating your business like it should be, and you'll see results pay off. So just a few tips from me, but I think yeah, I think property managers, Google listings, getting all that set up, referrals, just make sure you do a good job, really, and you'll stay busy. So let's go ahead and keep on going. We'll start on the front, put some gas in the pressure washer, and we'll keep on going. All right, we are on the front of the house now. Took a quick break. Now we're gonna wash this whole front side and get the back side. I'm try to get it all in one go. So look how dirty that stucco is. We're gonna downstream it and get it all cleaned up. Let's check it out. All right, we got our SH running through. So let's just see how this turns out. Look at that. One of the maintenance guys that stopped by, he said this is the worst house on the block. So he's happy to see it finally getting clean. Which we will get it clean for sure. So let's just see how good it can turn out. Man, look at that. That's just maybe 5 minutes dwell time. Not even 10 minutes dwell time. It's already pretty much completely gone. And under here is great, it's looking great too. So we're just gonna keep on letting it dwell, and then we'll give it a good rinse. All right, now we're gonna take care of this side. Might need to get some more SH into my tank, but yeah, we're gonna clean this one. Man, this is gonna be some good results right here. Whew. So let's see. All right, check that out. That looks amazing. Looks brand new almost. Great. All right, we are just waiting for our chemical to come through, and then we're going to start spraying some chem on all these walls. Ooh. Let's see if this comes. My injector's been getting stuck so many times lately, so I'm gonna have to go and unstuck it. Wait, I think we might have it coming. I think we have it. Yes, alright. We're all good. All the way up there. See if we can reach where we need to be reaching. And of course the wind starts to come out as soon as I'm trying to finish up these last few sides, so we're gonna do our best. Might have to whip out the little extension, but check out how this stucco will get literally wiped away clean with the algae. It's going to look great. This is like a 1.25% too, so pretty cool. All right, we're gonna let that sit for a bit. I'm gonna grab my ladder so I can get a few of the high areas, and then we will start rinsing. All right, guys, we're all finished up here. Here is that first balcony. Gonna take some after photos, but yeah, this came out great. Yeah, look at this. Looks nice, shiny, and bright. So it looks awesome. Here is that front section. Man, that came out awesome, didn't it? It looks pretty much just brand new, man. That's crazy. Yeah, man, the before was wild. So this looks great, especially up here. Turned out awesome. Just a downstream mix, guys. Nothing more. Check out these walls back here, man. These walls were super dirty. Now they're gonna come over here and be like, man, we don't even need to paint it. Up there was filthy on those soffits. That came out great. These walls came out really nice. All right, and then this is the last side. Looking good. So I'm just gonna start rolling up my hoses, and then we'll get out of here. You know, I'm no expert with driving, but I don't think that is supposed to happen in the back of that truck. I could be completely wrong, but that does not look good. All right, so that job's all finished up. The total for that job was $795. Took me about 5 hours or so. Got there about 11:30. Actually started about 12 after doing property protection and all of that, and then finished up about 5. So yeah, about 5 hours of wash time, minus about a 30-minute break or so. So I guess you could say like 4.5 hours. So not too bad, but that house came out really nice. And that house got cleaned up, you know, with just a downstream mix, dirty stucco, and you guys saw the proof that, you know, downstreaming stucco works. You don't necessarily need to use a soft wash system on every single stucco house. You can try it with the downstream injector, see how it goes. Now there are some stucco houses where you do need to use a hotter mix, and that I'm not saying that stucco will get cleaned every single time perfectly with downstreaming, but it will get cleaned for me about 90% of the time. Once it starts looking like black, you know, dirty black stains, then you want to use a 3-4%, 5 if you have to. But for this house, it got cleaned up really nicely with just a downstream 1.25 or 1%, and it's all about the dwell time. You know, just let it dwell, let it do its job, and give it a good rinse, and that's it. But that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I appreciate y'all watching, and if y'all haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'll make sure that I get back to you. And yeah, if y'all have any questions, let me know, put them down in the comments, and I will see y'all in the next video.